Good evening, everyone. Razorblade Mango here, and it's time. It's the end of my day. I get to sit down and watch the second annual Xbox Developer Direct. Joining me, I have no one actually on the mic, but I have the little one. Say hi, buddy. Hi. I have the little one with me. He wanted to watch the Xbox Developer Direct as well, so I have him here until he gets tired of sitting in my lap, and then he'll be on the bed. But so this is the Xbox Developer Direct. Last year's I actually quite liked more than I expected to, because Xbox's digital presentations are usually very spotty, in my opinion, at least within recent memory. I thought 2023 was actually a really good step in the right direction as far as the presentation, because I thought the Xbox Developer Direct that they did last January was very good. I thought the format was done really well. I thought for a first time Developer Direct like this, in this particular format for Xbox, I thought they knocked it out of the park from a presentation format perspective. The games could have been a little better, at least more interesting for me personally. Now, this is where Developer Direct, this one comes in, where we're going to have Avowed, we're going to have Hellblade 2, and we're going to have Indiana Jones, which I am, that one, as a longtime Indiana Jones fan, and as a as a battered and bruised Indiana Jones fan, thanks to Lucasfilm and modern day Disney, I am just praying for something new from Indiana Jones that will actually make the guy look cool, like God knows he needs it at this point. So, and then I'm very certain that they're going to have a surprise drop or something like that they haven't talked about when they announced this. Because if you look at the graphic when they announced this Developer Direct, there's a huge blank area where potentially a fifth game could come in. So, and if they do that, I don't know who the developer might be. I don't even know if it's going to be a shadow drop. Like I said, by the time you'll have seen this, you'll have already known. So this is all fresh for me. I didn't have any of this spoiled for me. So, you ready to start, buddy? Ready to start? All right, let's go ahead and start without further ado. Oh, that's right. They're doing Ara History Untold. I forgot about that. Oh. Howard's gonna be here? Oh, that's right. He's executive producing the Indiana Jones game. That's right. There's gonna be a fifth thing. Look at that blank slate right there. There's gonna be a fifth thing. Come on. Oh, we're starting with Hellblade 2. All right, cool. Oh no, that's Avowed. I'm sorry. I love Obsidian, so I'm happy we're starting with them. Come on, you're getting restless.
Welcome to Obsidian Entertainment. I'm so proud to share with you our upcoming fantasy action RPG, Avowed. Avowed is an adventure into the heart of the Living Lands, a frontier at the edge of the known world, where you must put a stop to a mysterious spiritual plague and discover a secret at the heart of the Living Lands. At Obsidian, we love creating worlds with deep themes, dynamic gameplay, and thoughtful reactivity. And Avowed is no different. We set out to blend the believable and fantastical to give players a world and experience like no other. It's colorful, it's vibrant, it's strange, It's one of the most incredible settings in the
I'm
world
still
of
surprised
AOF.
people were so down
There's
on
gonna be a lot of
the
great
color
secrets to
palette and
discover,
art
one of
direction
which has
the
a
last time they
really
showed
personal
this.
connection to you
I
as
thought
the
it looked
player
really
character,
cool.
and you're going to have a great time getting to know those secrets and leaving your mark on the world. And when it comes to encounters, our combat brings the best of the moment-to-moment fun that comes with action-oriented gameplay and the depth and breadth of choice that you get with an RPG. Here to talk more about Avowed's combat is Gabriel Paramo, gameplay director.
Here at Obsidian, our team's overarching goal is to empower you with choice. So we developed a flexible combat system that allows you to quickly swap from spellcasting and sharpshooting to melee combat. We want to give you the freedom to mix and match your loadout to fit the way you want to play from moment to moment, uninterrupted. For all battles, you can combine a variety of weapons,
Oh, yeah,
attacks,
they have
and
guns.
abilities
I
for
forgot about
tactical
that.
advantages against a wide range of enemy types. It's not just hacking and slashing. You're making real-time decisions about when to use your abilities, powerful melee attacks, blocks, parries, and special attacks.
Oh, that looks cool.
If you choose to approach combat with a one-handed wand, it feels quick and snappy when dealing
Oh,
damage to
shit.
enemies at mid-range. Using the Tanglefoot ability, you can stop enemies in their tracks, giving you the opportunity to focus on weaker or tougher combatants in an intentional and controlled manner. It's important to pay attention to the types of enemies you're dealing with. Some units are extremely defensive, some are brutishly difficult, and others you must make sure you prioritize or their healing capabilities will put you in a tough spot. To help with the different encounters you will face, we provide customizable loadouts that can be quickly switched during combat. That means you can play however you want. Equip a sword and shield
Okay.
and charge into battle.
So they're not doing a
Dual-wield
real
pistols and
limited.
control the encounter
I didn't think they
range.
would, but they're not doing a real
Or even
limited
dual-wield wand to
class-based
feel like
system
a gunslinging mage.
that I think some people might
You
have
could use
wanted.
your enchanted
But
wand to freeze enemies, and then use your offhand weapon's power attack to shatter them.
Okay, you.
We've worked hard to
go.
keep you constantly engaged as battles unfold by creating a balance between pressure and manageability during combat.
Players will have ample choices for how to build and progress their envoy in the world of the Living Lands as they get to know the game and the story and explore the many diverse regions. Some quests in Avowed will have you make difficult decisions with profound consequences. Like this side quest you may encounter
Ooh,
in Shatterscape,
okay.
the third region you'll explore on your journey through the Living Lands. As you're exploring, you come across the bodies of these fallen soldiers. And as you explore the remains of the battle, it's up to you to determine who, if anyone, is at fault.
Just the four of us. Manu, Kiri, Naoki, and me. Training under Captain Ruiki. Trying to keep Thirdborn safe.
In other words, you're a gang of vigilantes. Not that I'm one to judge.
Here. Take my badge. Take everyone's. Our families deserve to know we fought and died for them.
Making the right choice isn't always what it seems. We embrace moral nuance and gray areas, trusting players to
Okay,
make tough
good.
decisions in complicated situations.
My squad and I rested in the cave by the water last night, and as we were sleeping, we were ambushed by those miserable Zorips. I was so surprised, and it was so dark. I just got separated from everyone else. Look, I can't face those monsters alone, but I have to know if anyone else made it out. Of course he did. Sergeant Asui never has a thought he won't say out loud. So what did he tell you? That Captain Ruiki was sick? That I was paranoid? That I was a dumb baby? I heard it all often and loudly. Wait, if you found Sergeant Asui, why is he not here with you? What happened?
At the end of the quest, you have a choice. When you confront Private Naoki, if you believe the story he's told you, you can hand over the badges
get it, kid. No
and let him
one
go back home.
saw the
You're
react.
right. Real battle isn't something you can prepare for, is it? It's not my fault.
After Starfield, I'm really hoping
They should've never
Obsidian
attacked
can come in and kind of show them
I'll
how
take the
a
badges. I'm
how
going
a
back to Starfield.
dialogue system
But if you confront him,
is supposed
if
to
you
work
believe that
in
he
an
fled the
RPG
site
like
of the
this.
battle as an act of cowardice, then he might challenge you to a fight to reclaim his honor. Either way, when you return
Can
to
we see
town,
that?
you'll
That'd be
see
cool.
the consequences of your actions and the choices you made during this quest.
Okay.
Creating an immersive experience like Avowed is
I
anchored in the
believe
world we built.
Obsidian, I
Art director
believe,
Matt
might be able to
Hansen
pull
and the
that
team
off,
have
but
worked to create
I
a
still remain a
unique,
little
colorful,
skeptical.
and dynamic visual style.
So,
From the outset, we knew that we wanted Avowed setting to feel rich, weird, and wonderful.
Yeah, I think it
We
looks
found
really
inspiration
cool.
in a wide swath
I
of
just think people
real-world
assumed a
cultures,
little too much
helping
from
us
that
create a unique
debut trailer,
RPG
the CGI
experience.
trailer back in,
By
what,
contrasting the
2020 they
vibrant
revealed
with
this?
the dull, or verdant spaces with sickly ones, we can better deliver complex emotional experiences for our players. The Living Lands is a continent of untamed valleys with widely varied biomes, from luxuriant forests to volcanic wastes, and each of those regions itself is a conflux of storied landscapes. All of the regions have a lot of special things associated with them, but I have a deep place in my heart for Shatterscarp. As you're wandering the wastes of Shatterscarp, you might notice off in the distance a vibrant jewel of color. By transitioning from destitute, muted tones of a wasteland of sand and marching in towards a beautiful oasis,
Ooh,
there's the opportunity
looks
there
nice.
for life, for adventure, and even a little danger.
We hope you've enjoyed this look at Avowed. We're thrilled to share more about the game in the coming months, and we can't wait for you to explore the
When's it
Living
coming
Lands
out?
when Avowed launches this fall.
Oh. This was the one I wasn't really expecting a date. This one, but it still would have been nice. Yeah, I mean, this really didn't push the needle either way for me. It still looks pretty cool, and I trust Obsidian. So, wow, that key art is dope. Oh, I love that key art. Oh, this is the fall game. Okay, cool. Yeah, will definitely be I mean, I have Game Pass, so it, you know. What's next? Probably Ara? Oh, Ninja Theory. Okay. I hope they show an actual extensive excuse me, an extensive
Hi,
look
I'm
at
Don
gameplay.
Matthews, studio head here at Ninja Theory in Cambridge, UK. We're now in the final months of development on Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, and the team is working hard to
I
bring
still
you
hate that
an
the subtitle
unforgettable
is before
journey
the
into Senua's
Hellblade
unique
2.
world and
That's
her
so
battle
annoying
for
for me
survival,
personally.
where we have once again combined high fidelity and immersive presentation with a shorter, narrative-led experience that focuses on the things that we really care about, and that we hope you care about too.
Good. Shorter. I like that.
Senua is back with a new quest. She wants to stop the Vikings who raided her village right at their source, in Iceland. But not just her quest has changed. Senua herself has grown since the first Hellblade. She's made peace with her past and is no longer in such fear of her visions and voices. While the Furies are still her constant companions, she encounters new people along the way, some of which will value her unique perspective, and others who will reject it.
Little by little, this settlement became my tribe.
In the game, Senua arrives in 10th century Iceland on the trail of the Vikings who have been enslaving her people. In the story, we're trying to be as faithful to history as we can up to a point, establishing a solid framework and then building more surreal elements on top. Senua will face up to giants who have plunged the land into chaos, and which in turn has seen the rise of the Droiga, a violent threat that has swept through the settlements that she'll discover. Senua will make new enemies and also new allies who will come to see her unique perspective as a beacon of hope. And she'll discover, along with us, how this viewpoint can have its advantages.
One of the things that concerns me, and I've said this before about this sequel, is that
Senua
I
is a
hope
Celtic warrior who
they just
experiences
don't go
psychosis.
loud for the
Seeing
sake of
things that other
loud,
people
more
don't,
action
hearing
focused. 'Cause
voices and having unique beliefs
that
about the world
quiet
around us.
psychological
Brings Senua's
intensity is what I
perspective of the
really
world to
liked
life
about the
in a
first
truthful
game.
way. We have once again worked closely with Professor Paul Fletcher at the University of Cambridge, as well as people with lived experience of psychosis.
Okay.
What does that mean? It's terrifying.
Players will find themselves traversing beautiful and hostile environments.
seeking answers from patterns and signs that Senua sees in her own unique way, and battling through encounters with enemies that will
I hope
push
they
Senua
make the
to her
puzzles better
limits.
in this one too. It just to make it better, all they have to do is just improve the puzzles and improve the combat, and you will have a fantastic game by that point.
On Saga,
Because the
we've
first
taken
one was
everything to the
almost
next level.
there.
With a new motion capture
It just
space,
the
a
combat
bigger
and the
stage
puzzles
team, a
just
stunt crew and a new cast.
combat
We spent
more
a
so
lot of
was
time planning
good.
the
It
motion
was okay.
capture
It was
shoots,
functional.
Thinking of what
But the
events
puzzles
would be
just
good
kind of,
to
eh.
bring into this fight. Like, how can we make this?
But
fight
everything
feel
else
different from
about
the previous fight?
Senua's Sacrifice was just
We
wow.
have all new combat for the sequel. One of our key goals was the ability to actually tell a story throughout it.
Okay.
It does feel very different from the first game, but it's very brutal and you're very invested in it. Senua isn't a superhero. She's fighting for survival, and we want the player to feel her struggle in every step of her journey. We want the player to always feel like they just scraped through, just survived.
Okay.
Mel knows Senua better than anyone, better than I do. Her instincts are amazing, and she really doesn't need much help from me. On stage, our main focus is storytelling. So I get to watch the actors and see all the beautiful expressions on their faces. And then I have to wait a little while, and then I get to see that all again, in-game, in costume, on location, everything. It's a great experience, a great process.
Every discipline in the studio is unified in achieving a deep level of immersion to help
Good
suspend your
lord.
disbelief and pull you into Senua's story.
Yeah,
We
that
were
looks
lucky enough
gorgeous.
To do a few reference gathering trips.
The
in
first one looked
Iceland.
great,
You
too.
have to be there. The sense of scale.
I think this one is
incredible.
Unreal
And
Engine
you see a
5,
scene, or
I
you see a
think.
small section of the game, and you're like, "Yeah, that works. That's amazing."
Senua experiences reality differently, and a part of this manifests in the voices she hears. These voices come to life through binaural audio, which provides a good representation of this type of auditory hallucinations. As we focus in immersion, binaural audio is perfect for this because through headphones, you surround yourself in a three-dimensional space.
Yep.
In the first game, we only applied to the voices that Senua listens in her head. In this game, through a spatial audio technology.
Oh,
and,
cool. They're
some
improving the
extra
audio
little
as
things
well.
within the game, there is music that is binaural. Every single sound has the potential to be binaural, so everything is spatialized around you, and it's a very beautiful experience.
See, I hate to be that guy, and I've said this before. I
Music
hate
is a
to
strange
tell
language
you
in the sense that it
how
speaks
you
to
should
our
play a
emotions
game, but
fast and deep. It's not only about
Oh, wait, wait till
quality,
he's done.
it's about personality. So when you listen to Hellblade, you know it's Hellblade.
if you are not playing Hellblade with
On the music,
headphones,
we are working
don't
with
play it at
Hyrule,
all.
which for
Just
me
don't
is a
do it.
personal
It's not.
privilege
You'll
because
miss out
I
on
really
like half
admire
the
them.
experience without headphones.
We feel their craft, their depth, their meaning in the music. It really connects with our game and elevates it to something really special. We are also working with a heavy metal singer, throat singers, and our very own Furies. They sing so beautiful, and we add that binaural touch of music. So this all creates a very immersive and a very special and unique experience.
Yeah, the audio was probably my favorite part of
Our mission here at
Hellblade.
Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing art with game-changing tech. And that's our aim in Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, is to not only see where Senua goes next, but to deliver something really meaningful for our players.
My hope is that they will really connect to Senua as a character, and even if they can't really relate to what she's going through, maybe they know someone that relates to that character and they can then understand that person better.
Well, I don't want to sound cheesy, but in a way I'm Senua, right? She exists and doesn't. It exists through all of our work, through every ninja. So we all are Senua, and we are creating this character that grows and grows and grows and grows and keep growing and keep changing. So that makes it real.
I'm so proud of the love, care, and passion our team here at Ninja Theory are putting into Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Our hope is to not only create a game that is great to play, but to craft an experience that leaves you thinking and feeling. From our combat gameplay through to our action set pieces, from our cinematic scenes.
They still
to our
don't have
puzzle
the
solving, everything is crafted
extensive
in service
gameplay
of
demo
Senua's
I'm
journey,
kind of waiting
a journey
for.
that you can embark on
Hellblade 2.
on May 21st.
Oh, so the leak was right. Okay. May 21st. Yep, that's a day one for me. Absolutely. Probably Ara, History Untold. How much time do we have left? We're not even like halfway through. Probably Hara. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's what I thought. Square Enix? Oh, is this Legend of Mana coming to Game Pass day one? Or a Xbox exclusive? Maybe? Maybe it's an Xbox exclusive. That'd be cool. Them trying again with Square Enix.
Xbox players. My name is Masaru Oyamada, producer for the Mana series.
Oh, Legend of Mana.
Square Enix.
Nice.
聖剣伝説 Visions of Mana の情報を
Oh, yeah, oh, that's right. Visions of Mana. That's right, that's right.
大変光栄です。
Oh, okay.
としては約17年ぶりとなる聖剣伝説シリーズの完全新作。
First to launch on Xbox. Cool, cool, cool.
1991年にファイナルファンタジー外伝として誕生して以降、マナと聖剣をめぐって描かれる愛をテーマに、個性豊かなキャラクターたち、心に響く楽曲の数々、武器の特性
It'll
を
probably
戦
be
うアクシ
day
ョン
one
RPG として
on Game
これまで
Pass.
に17作
I bet it'll be day
長
one
ら
on
く
Game
愛され
Pass.
てきました。本作は30年以上の歴史あるシリーズの最新作となるため、これ
Is
まで
this where they're gonna announce
聖
that
剣伝説としての
Xbox
世界を
has acquired
しっかり
Square
感じられ
Enix?
る
Is
ものを目指
this
して
what we're
鋭意制作中
gonna
です。
do?
フィールドでは自然や精霊とのつながりを感じられる
Oh
色彩
boy.
豊かな聖剣伝説の世界を体験してもらえると思います。シリーズおなじみのモンスターたちも本作に登場しています。
No, this looks fun.
今回これらのおなじみのモンスターたちを作り出した聖剣伝説の生みの親である石井浩一さんとともに聖剣伝説ビジョン
So these developer directs aren't going to be limited to just first or second party
I am Koichi
games.
Ishii from Gretz. I am so happy to introduce the newest game in the Mana series to Xbox players. 初期の頃からシリーズ作品に登場しているモンスターたちは私が考案したものですが、中には小学生の頃すでにイメージができていたものもあります。今作では初めはドット絵からスタートしたモンスターたちをどのような形で最新化して聖剣伝説ビジョン
So is this the only surprise that they're gonna put in?
モデルの完成イメージまで
Because
を
if this is the only
監修する
one,
立場
I
で
honestly,
プロジェクトに参加しま
I
した。
get the significance of this for Xbox, but I guess as somebody who's had access to Square Enix games for forever now, it's kind of an underwhelming addition. I think if they had put Kingdom Hearts 4 as an Xbox thing in here, oh my god, I would have lost it.
最新作では聖剣伝説のモンスターたちのただ可愛いだけではなく恐ろしさの部分もしっかりと表現できているので、バトル中はモンスターたちの表情にも注目してください。
これまで聖剣伝説シリーズには空を旅する海を渡る手助けをしてくれる頼もしい仲間たちがいましたが、今作には広大なフィールド探検に欠かせない新たな仲間が登場します。陸上を猛スピードで駆け
It
回ってくれ
looks
る
pretty far along where this might. Did they announce that this was coming out this year at the Game Awards? I think they showed this.
考えるにあたっては、今作のマスコットキャラクターになるくらい可愛い動物にしたいという漠然とした思いがありました。その上で、ヨークシャテリアの毛並み、見た目やアルマジルによく似た仙山港や古代エジプト神のアヌビスの子供といった具体的なイメージが浮かんできて、それぞれの特徴を取り入れながらラフデザインを書き起こしました。
ああ。
にもアイデアを出してもらいながら、
Adorable.
足の長さや丸まった時の
I'm
イ
a
メージ、
sucker for
ゲー
dogs
ム
like
の中
that.
での見え方も考えながら調整を重ねていき、 ピックルは誕生しました。
あ
もう一つの挑戦は楽曲面です。過去さまざまなコンポーザーが携わられた楽曲の雰囲気が感じられつつも、最新作として素晴らしい新たな楽曲が生まれました。
Let's see.
BGM でもしっかり聖剣伝説シリーズらしさを感じてもらえると思います。過去シリーズの楽曲を手掛けたクリエイターたちが全100曲という大ボリュームの制作に挑んでくれました。新たな試みとしてフィールドの探索から
Yeah, it's
バトルまでをシームレス
sounds
に体験
nice,
できるよう
yeah.
今作では
Or maybe it's out today, Legend of Mana?
冒険の没
And then it
入
will
感を
drop
高め
on
てい
Game
ます。
Pass tonight, or
探
maybe
索
that's
中の BGM
the
がバトルに
surprise
入った瞬
thing?
間、アレンジが切り替わる様を実際に聞いてみましょう。
Yeah, that's nice. Nice adaptive music system. It's nice.
今作はアクション RPG 聖剣伝説のアクション部分が強化されています。空中でのアクションがバトルの鍵となっており、武器での攻撃だけでなく魔法での攻撃も可能になっています。そして本作ならではの特徴として聖剣伝説シリーズではおなじみの精霊たちがいますが、その力を宿した武器を使うとバトルを手助けしてくれるようになります。精霊によっては様々な特性の違いがありますので、その効果とともに聖剣伝説の世界らしい不思議な力で爽快なバトルを楽しんでいただけます。
オリジナルモンスターやピックルにも注目してほしいのですが、聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナーは聖剣伝説らしさを感じてもらえる作品になるよう、小山田君を中心にチームのみんなが頑張って作ってくれていますので、ぜひ発売日を楽しみに待っていてください。私自身もプレイするのを楽しみにしています。
So it's not
聖
out.
剣伝説シリーズとして初めて Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにお届けする本作、聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナーは今後も様々な情報をお届けしていきますので、ぜひご期待ください。この夏、この忘れられない冒険を Xbox ユーザーの皆さんに楽しんで
Oh,
い
not
ただ
a
ける日が
shadow
今
drop?
から待ちきれません。
Game Pass? Oh. That was... I understand the significance of having Visions of Mana here, but it... Without like, oh, it's day one on Game Pass or something like that. It doesn't... Yeah, like, okay. Oh, here we go. The Ara. I've heard that this is from some of the same people behind Civilization 5.
And welcome to Oxide Games.
Which I'm...
We founded the studio in 2013 with our decades of personal experience building some of the most beloved strategy games of all time, like Civilization 5.
Oh, yeah.
We came
Oh my
together
God.
to create something new and innovative in a genre we all love.
Okay.
Ara History Untold is the game we've dreamt of making.
Okay.
Ara is an homage to historical gamers, strategy gamers, 4X gamers. It features all the depth and gameplay fans of this genre love, where you'll explore the world, expand your nation, govern your people, and engage with your rivals on the international stage. But it isn't just more of the same. With Ara, we wanted to challenge some of the preconceived notions about the genre, push it forward in a modern, empowering, and truly compelling and approachable way.
For example, we have over 100 instruments on display in the office, which are all things that we purchased in order to add to the soundtrack and expand the game and make it really good. Hi, Dan. That's Dan. We started in his basement. It's been an amazing process to see from
cute.
concept to completion. We started small, building a robust game engine, questioning our design assumptions, and prototyping out features, rediscovering what made us fall in love with strategy games in the first place.
The end result is Ara, the historical grand strategy game that presents a living world where you can rule how you want to rule and chart your own path to becoming the most prestigious nation on the planet.
For Aura, we knew we needed deep systems with outcomes that encourage exploration and give players the power to experiment and make meaningful strategic choices while still having agency over their playstyle.
We also wanted to explore more in different parts of history and give players from around the world the chance to see the game reflect their unique perspective and not just ours.
See, I wonder if this is gonna have
Finally, we
the
knew that
thing
players
that
would
made
feel
me
the
like
impact
become
of their
helplessly
decisions.
addicted
They would
to
need see
Civ
their
5.
choices reflected in the game world itself, not just through numbers on a menu. One of the first differences you'll see when you dive into Aura is what we call the living world. It's a procedurally generated alternate Earth, bursting with life, an intuitive, authentic, and immersive space, a blank canvas for players to paint the society of their dreams.
The living world isn't just a map, it reflects the choices players make over the course of the game. They can see everything from the settling of the wilderness to cultural influence on architecture over time to the thousands of citizens living their lives and reacting to the changes. We want players to feel like they're truly occupying the world, leading their people as they thrive and grow. Core to the vision of Aura is our philosophy of rule how you want to rule. And no feature better exemplifies this than the Prestige system.
To win a game of Aura, players will compete with their rivals to build the most influential, impressive, and important nation the world has ever known. This is measured by Prestige, the player's score that proves their worth as a leader.
The Prestige system gives players the chance to decide what kind of leader they want to be. Do they want
Psychopath.
to pursue great works of arts and culture?
No.
Military
War.
might?
There we go. War.
advancement?
Destroy them
Choice is
all
theirs.
with mechs.
In Aura, there are no
what I wanna
set
do.
victory conditions. Players get to decide what is most important to them and focus and prioritize on those goals while still being able to win the game.
Personally, when I play Aura, I like to build triumphs. Triumphs are our collection of incredible monuments and architectural achievements from throughout human history. Like the Great Pyramid of Giza. They're hard to build, but worth it, giving huge prestige bonuses and game-changing abilities to the nation that constructs them.
Another aspect of Aura that I'm personally excited about is our crafting system.
The crafting system offers a unique challenge to the player that they generally won't see often.
Okay.
Succeeding at balancing, gathering the right things, turning them into the tools that you need, and then finally getting to the outcome or reward of something like an important improvement or triumph. Just changes the challenge that exists.
Can
in
I
Aura
turn
compared
that
to other
off?
4X games.
Can I turn the
Crafting
crafting
plays out
off?
in Aura at a national scale, with players honing and combining the natural resources they harvest into all manner of goods and components. Those are the foundation for everything, from international trade to improving their cities and citizens' lives, and even manufacturing the weapons
Crafting,
necessary to draft military units. The crafting
How not
system
to
in
get
Aura
me excited.
encourages
101.
thoughtful, advanced planning.
Crafting.
It rewards players who can see the strategic outcome of all their collective decisions, and not just the individual ones.
I'm proud of the work that's gone into our simultaneous turn system. Many strategy games have players alternate taking turns and reacting to their opponent's moves. In Aura, all players' actions are resolved
Is this the
at the
one
same
that's
time.
going to be
This
available
rewards
today,
players'
or
ability
the
to
one that's going to be
navigate
available
to predict and
this
strategically
quarter
plan for a
or
variety
something?
of scenarios in the moment. This system makes Aura just feel more real. In a typical strategy game, once your turn is finished, you have to wait for a long time. With simultaneous turns, generally speaking, those times are very low. You get to keep playing the game and stay engaged rather than having those periods of downtime where you're not doing anything.
It's not easy sifting through all of history and picking what to include. For Aura, we wanted to offer a fresh perspective, so we looked at cultures and societies throughout the millennia with the broadest lens possible.
Where this approach really shines is in our leaders. Leaders are so often seen as military personnel,
Oh god.
prominent government
I'm
figures. But
I'm
leaders
curious
come in
what
so
the
many
leaders are
different
going to be
forms.
like
They're
in
thought
this.
leaders, scientific and cultural prodigies, and many more.
Each leader in Aura has a number of special abilities determined by their personality
speak?
traits, as well as a powerful and unique
In their
leader
native
trait
language?
informed by their contributions to world history.
With a diverse global roster,
Do
we
they
know
speak?
players will find leaders that they will want to play. And even a few that may surprise them with how fun it is when those leaders are handed the reins of power.
Okay.
For us at Oxide, player feedback is the only way to really understand what you're making.
Oh,
It
that's
gives us
right.
that
They're gonna
priceless
do
perspective from the people we're making Aura for.
Xbox game preview
Building
or
a
something.
game alongside real players has given us that critical player feedback.
Is it in game
In the
preview,
end,
or are they
we
going to
believe
announce
this
that
makes
it's in
for a
game
deeper
preview today or
connection between
something?
the players and the game.
One of my favorite examples is when we first introduced the concept of dangerous wildlife to the game. It turns out, in our first iteration, it was maybe a little bit too aggressive or disruptive. We knew we should probably make a change when one of our insiders made a forum post that was just,
Cougars, cougars,
Cougars! I hate cougars!
someone get these feline demons away from me. I'm happy to report, based on more recent feedback, that I think we ended up in a good place with the overall threat level of Mountain
Ooh, that
Lands
music
to a
is
player's
good. I
citizenry.
like that.
It's been years of hard work to bring you a strategy experience like no other. And we're so excited that we can finally see the finish line. We can't wait for players to get their hands on the game later this year.
But the launch of ARA is only the beginning.
Uh,
We're going to maintain our insider program after the release date and continue to listen to players and support the game into the future.
On behalf of everyone at Oxide Games, thank you for joining us
Okay.
today. We can't wait for you to play ARA and to create your own history.
All right. Interesting. So 2 fall games for this year. All right. Okay. All right. How many more minutes do we have left? We'll probably get another surprise person in the. Or are we going to Indiana Jones? Oh, we are. Okay, here we go. All right. Don't let me down, guys.
Hej och välkommen till Uppsala, Sverige, här hos Machine Games. We are really excited to finally be able to share our work on Indiana Jones. Since the first film came out, Indiana Jones
One of the
has
best
always
movies of all
represented
time.
the ultimate
Also
adventure.
one of the best movies of all
Even
time.
today, it's one of the most iconic franchises.
Also
in
one of the
pop
best
culture.
movies of all time.
In this game,
Yeah,
you
good.
aren't
Don't
just
mention
playing
Kingdom of the
as
Crystal
you
Skull. Don't
are
mention Dial of
Indiana
Destiny.
Jones.
Just those
You will
original
see through
trilogies.
his eyes
Or-
and
or original
experience
trilogy.
a journey that we hope
Amazing.
lives up to the proud legacy of Indiana Jones.
Okay.
When Todd Howard first told us about his vision for the game, we knew we would be a very good fit to help bring it to life.
I've wanted to make an Indiana Jones game forever.
Get
I've
out of
had
here,
this
Todd.
idea
I know you're an
for what it
executive
would be
producer,
like
but
and the story, what Indy was
Get
going
outta here.
after, what
Ah.
period of his life it was in, what kind of arc he was going to have. And as the years went on, I thought, who would be like the best studio in the world?
And you
to
thought the
make
guys
this?
behind
And
Wolfenstein?
behind my
Like,
friends at Machine
I
Games.
guess maybe.
I can remember pitching Lucasfilm on the game and being, a little bit nervous because, look, it's, Indiana Jones, and their response was just overwhelmingly positive, and just that excitement has bled through the whole project, and they have just been so trusting and supportive of everything that we want to do with the game. It's been a long time. I've been a fan of this my whole life, and I couldn't be more excited to show you what the team here has been up to. Let's take our first look at the new Indiana Jones game.
Yay! Here we go.
Let me tell you what you are missing, Dr. Jones.
Yay,
While
Nazis!
you were playing your pointless game, I was playing you. You're wondering if maybe you should have built yourself a life of meaning instead of ending up here, dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
Oh, Africa. Show the. I want to hear the music.
Myths.
Oh, it's a first-person shooter.
History. Just different ways to interpret the past. Thousands of years of humanity's thoughts and beliefs. Scattered
Oh, wow. Okay.
just waiting to be found.
All right.
You can't just run away from your.
Oh, Brody.
Watch me.
Where's the theme? The Wilhelm scream.
Throughout history, mankind has built sites of great spiritual
Okay.
significance.
I'm a little
Through these ancient
iffy about it being first person, but
you get a perfectly aligned
we'll see.
circle.
Oh, okay.
I've had run-ins with these guys before. Trust me, it ain't a walk in the park.
Okay, then. Let's see if you can keep up.
What do you mean if I could keep up? Patron of the fallen angels.
Okay.
Protector of the...
That's not exactly the grounded Indiana Jones that I like, but...
The Great Circle.
Okay.
You have any idea how old that was?
Okay.
Indiana Jones is such an iconic character, and he means so much to so many
I
people.
must admit,
Everyone here at the studio has their own indie stories and memories.
I have
Most
mixed
of us
feelings
grew up with
about
his
that.
adventures and have been fans of the movies and the character for years. He's a brilliant archaeologist, he's a charismatic everyman, he's passionate and determined. And for us, he's synonymous with adventure.
Now we have the opportunity to tell a new Indiana Jones story for a modern gaming audience. Our game is all about putting you in Indy's shoes, letting you see and feel what he sees and feels. For us at Machine Games, we do that best through first person. It's the ideal perspective to bring you into the rich, exciting, and interactive world we've
Alright.
built. We believe that being up close and personal to the adventure is key,
Okay,
making each
alright.
action feel like your own.
Whether it's cracking your whip, solving puzzles in ancient temples, or seeing your knuckles go bloody in a fistfight, all of these moments are much more intense in first person.
But we still want you to have those moments. Seeing his iconic silhouette with the hat, the whip, and so for things like cutscenes and environmental traversal, we pull the camera back for a third-person view.
Okay.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is set between Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade.
Yeah.
When our game begins, Indiana is working at Marshall College. He wakes up in the middle of the night to the sounds of a break-in and rushes to confront the thief in the college museum. The mysterious giant man makes off with what seems to be a historically insignificant artifact, sparking Indiana's curiosity.
Who the hell are you?
Following the trail, Indiana heads to the Vatican, hoping to learn why this particular relic was stolen, and discovers that things aren't what they appear.
He starts pulling at the strings of a mystery, and it all unravels until he has no choice but to see it through to the end, whatever the end may be.
On next plane to Rome. Stop. Need help. Stop. Meet me in Vatican. Stop. Indy.
We always talk about how clever Indiana Jones is. That had to be one of our guiding principles when we were thinking about the type of game we were making. It wouldn't be Indy if he wasn't using his wits to get through the situation. The most authentic Indiana Jones experience we can make is the one that makes you think first.
Sure, there will be some obstacles that will be more easily overcome with the revolver or a gun taken from a disarmed guard. But I think most of the time you'll have more fun and, to be honest, a more genuine indie experience by finding more clever ways to solve a problem.
We always want to be offering more solutions, whether it's trying a different path through the environment to get around enemies, observing enemy patrols and using them to your advantage, or using the tools at your disposal, like the whip.
It's an amazing global adventure with action propelling you through your journey.
We have these really diverse environments for you to explore. Indy's journey will take him to the forgotten temples of Sukhothai, the pyramids of Egypt, the snow-peaked Himalayas, and beyond.
We look carefully at each location and the time period the game is set in, and we're trying to make it as authentic and accurate as possible.
We love creating rich, vibrant worlds, and in this game, we also had the goal of making it feel like a true cinematic Indiana Jones adventure.
One of the biggest ways to do that is with the music.
Well, yeah. But...
John Williams is the original composer for the indie films, and we're really lucky to have found Gordy Hub, a composer who's been able to capture Williams' essence with his score for The Great Circle.
We'll see about that.
We also take a very movie-like approach to things like cinematics. We're very physical with our production style. We use a lot of stunt actors. Things like this help us bridge the gap between making a game and making a movie.
And of course, our characters do a lot to help bring the world to life as well. Next to Indy, Gina is our other main protagonist. Where Indy is pursuing answers just for the sake of curiosity, Gina has a personal stake in getting to the bottom of the core mystery.
Gina is an investigative reporter who has a lot riding on this adventure. She's been tracking a lead for some time, and now she's found an ally in this determined American professor. Their paths are intertwined, and they'll need each other in order to get to the bottom of this mystery.
Okay then, let's see if you can keep up.
Fine. What do you mean if I can keep up?
We always love our villains and think we might have found our favorite one yet in Emmerich Voss. He's this intensely psychological man. He's obsessed with the human mind and manipulating it.
He's highly intelligent and the perfect foil for Indy. They're both brilliant people, compelled by their passions and obsessions, but driven down wildly different roads.
He creeps up on you and gets under your skin like he gets under Indy's skin. It's captivating.
Dead and forgotten in the sense of Africa.
One of our mottos for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle is adventure first. But in every indie adventure, there are always those moments where he finds himself in the action.
That's been one of those balancing acts for us, and we've ended up with this sort of hybrid experience that mixes melee combat, stealth, and gunplay.
How you approach any given situation is up to you. You may choose to sneak around an enemy patrol, or maybe you'll just pick up a shovel and whack them on the back of their head. And when you can't use your wits, you got Indy's most iconic tool. Just like you see in the movies, one of our goals has been to make the whip as fun and multi-purposed as possible. We want it integrated into every aspect of the game.
You can use it as a traversal tool to make your way around the environment. You can use it as a distraction. And yes, you can absolutely use it in combat. Everything you'd expect from Indy's whip. And hopefully a little bit more. Puzzles are a key feature in our game. The spirit of discovery is so important to Indiana Jones. Obviously, there are a handful of puzzles on the main path, but a lot of the puzzles are optional and are just there for the players who want to experience them. Epic traps, small secrets, and hidden puzzles that blend right in with their surroundings.
One thing I love about our game is the level of interactivity that we have. We have this world of mystery where anything could potentially hide a secret. The more you look, the more you'll discover.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
I want to thank you all for joining us for our big reveal of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Machine Games is known for creating these rollercoaster experiences with huge set pieces, surprising twists, and immersive narratives. It's exciting for us that we have been able to stay so true to the Indiana Jones franchise and create such an authentic experience while still being able to showcase what makes us us. We are making a game for everyone, whether you are very familiar with the franchise or not. Because at the heart of Indiana Jones is an incredible adventure, and I think that's something everyone wants to be part of. I'm also very excited to announce that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will be coming later this year, and we cannot wait to share more.
Oh, another one. Another fall game for Xbox. Holy shit. $2024 in Game Pass. Cool, cool. All right. That it? Oh, okay. So I think the format of it is very good. I still really like the format that they're going with here. Though I must say that I am a tad underwhelmed by some. I think that the game for me, honestly, that was the most interesting to watch ended up being Avowed, because I thought they did a good enough job giving a little teaser of the gameplay and stuff like that. But then you get to Hellblade 2: Senua's Saga, and I would have liked to have seen just a more extensive look at gameplay and particularly combat, rather than just listen to the developers again wax poetics about how like, oh, how like we're all Senua, like how we're all Senua and all that shit. I don't really care about that. I wanted to see just more of the game. And you got like little snippets of it here and there, but for some reason they're still not quite showing the extensive sequence of combat that I really want to see. Because I really want to see like how visceral and violent the combat is and how it actually works in an extended format. Ara History Untold, I thought that looks good. I don't know if I'm gonna play it, but because I normally stick with Civilization, but I maybe might give that one a try. And then what was it? The Visions of Mana. And again, I understand why that's a big deal for it being here, because it's it's a Square Enix game. It's the first time a Mana game is coming to Xbox. I get it, but it doesn't quite catch my attention, honestly. And then you have Indiana Jones, which that's the thing that I have the most trepidation about, because truth be told, I am not a big fan of machine games. So I've really tried to get into their Wolfenstein games, and I just can't do it for some reason. It just those games never really click with me. So I was curious to see what they could do with Indiana Jones, and maybe I just need to see more of the game, or maybe I just need to have it more hands-on time with it when it finally comes out later this year. But I'm mixed on it, just like a gut reaction on Indiana Jones and what was it, the Grand Circle or the Great Circle? The fuck was it called? The Great Circle. Okay. Which I don't really like that name either. That name is sounds kind of generic, but I don't even know exactly how to put this, just as a gut reaction. What I am concerned about is I am concerned that Bethesda and Machine Games don't really understand what makes Indiana Jones tick. I don't know how to explain it other than it's just kind of, I'm trying to put myself on the spot to really put into words my initial just very mixed gut reaction to Indiana Jones. I think it could be fun, and I think they definitely have an opportunity to prove me wrong. I would like to be proven wrong, because I would love to love an Indiana Jones game. But I'm just from the little bit of footage that they've shown in this, I'm not really feeling it, honestly. It's I don't know. We'll see. I hope they lean more into the inspirations of the classic trilogy rather than the new, more modern era Lucasfilm shit. So that's that. But anyway, I thought this developer direct was fine. I guess it was pretty good. I honestly thought the first one was better. Just maybe it's the law of diminishing returns with this, but I think maybe it's just because I was pretty underwhelmed by Indiana Jones, but maybe I'm letting that kind of cloud my feelings about the presentation as a whole. Maybe it's the presentation as a whole, but the format and the pacing and everything, I thought it was very good. Still very good. It's just certain games I would have liked to have seen a different format for their presentation, like Hellblade 2 and maybe just the content itself with Indiana Jones. But anyway, that's gonna be it for me. I gotta get the shit rendered so I can have it out by Friday. All right, so thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye.